I had left the Alliance after I saw their true faces. Their disregard for life and soul hunger to win. It only brought about more destruction. After Berlin, there was no way I could be associated with such an organization. The war between the Alliance and the EAP continued to grow, and things only worsened. The EAP began conducting experiments on their pilots, combining gene splicing and manipulation to create what they had hoped to become the ultimate pilot. Why didn't they just learn from the first time? These Crimson Dawn, as they were referred to, were nothing more than their attempt to mimic the results of the Chimera that ran rampant on both the nations back in AR 100. Both sides were getting out of control, and behind that, Lucius Malin was pulling the strings. He controlled Genesis, and they dominated frame development for both nations under dummy companies. Currently, the war is still spreading throughout space and as well as Mars. From what I heard, Red Fury, a group of pilots from the Alliance that abandoned them like I did after Berlin, migrated to the early settlements on the Martian territory. Foolish. They wanted to protect it from the diluting attributes on both governments. Mars has become an unknown factor in this war. There's still that energy barrier that is blockading a region in the southwestern territory. And there's the constant battles between Red Fury and this unknown group of what appear to be Crimson Dawn remnants. It's been about a week since Sharon and I were attacked by them. I told her it'd be alright, but to be honest, I'm not so sure anymore. I'm beginning to wonder if leaving the Alliance and helping out with the Leviticus incident was such a good idea. All signs are pointing to no.
July 22nd, AR 105.
And that's all that's on the flash drive. Sorry I couldn't pull anything more useful.
Don't sweat it. It was actually more than I expected to find in this hellhole. Ever since they sent us here, I'm becoming more and more pessimistic.
You think this is a step in the right direction?
You heard it, right? He's on Mars, so we're definitely heading the right way.
So that's the Azure Knight then? He seems, a lot less forbearing than I expected him to sound.
Yeah, well, I never said he was like Marcus Falden, did I? Either way, it doesn't matter. Our job is to find him and bring him in. What's our ETA?
We're gonna be crossing over the southern western territory's airspace within 4 to 5 hours. The weather's been unstable in the region, and so the pilot's gonna be taking a different route there. If the weather continues to get worse, then we're gonna have to land at one of the supply depots in Taranis.
Taranis? That's still neutral territory?
Red Fury hasn't gotten their hands on it yet. At the moment, it's one of the few areas left on Mars that we're able to dock, if things turn out for the worst.
Then we better not waste the extra time we've been given.
You have one new message.
You know, you can keep ignoring me, but eventually I'm going to find your sorry ass. I know you're on Mars, and I know what your mission is. Even if you won't get in touch with me, just do me this one favor. If you find him, just let him go. Report him killed in action or something, I don't care. Just... He's a friend, Xander. I know you. And I know you probably have your doubts about Adam, so please, you owe your little sis that much. One other thing
as always.
You should be aware of. The Alliance is planning on a final campaign against the EAP. They're targeting Dameron on the moon. And if this goes according to their plans, the war... it may actually end. So, try to survive on Mars until it's over, okay?
Are you ever going to let her know you're alright?
She's a big girl. She's fine.
That's not what I mean. You're her brother. No matter what happens, she's going to worry about you. You should use the free time we have right now to get in touch with her. Let her know you're fine.
I'll pass.
You'll pass? What the hell kind of response is that?
She wants me to botch the mission. To forget about Novus.
You never were keen to this sortie in the first place, so forgive me for saying this, but that's a pathetic excuse not to call her back.
It doesn't matter what I think. The fact is that he went AWOL. A pilot of that caliber would have been able to make differences on the battlefield. Instead, he just up and ran away. Regardless of his reasons, he took the coward's way out. I've lost respect for a man like that, regardless of his accomplishments.
That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
You're talking about our target? Pfft, he's nothing special. The only good thing is that by taking him out, my reputation across the Alliance will skyrocket.
Bold words from such a low rank.
My true ability is not merited by my rank. You'll see once we get in a battle.
Drop it. You're giving me a headache.
Sorry, Commander.
Here, get familiar with them.
What's this?
Audio logs that were recovered from the wreckage we visited earlier today. I want to report on any findings you may come across.
Ugh, really? Research?
It's part of the job.
I hate this part.
He's been different ever since he helped out with the Alliance and the EAP with that levititious incident. It's been scary, but I think now the worst is over. We've arrived on Mars safely, and a friend I met while I was with Red Fury set us up with a place in Evo. I think now everything is going to be all right. He won't admit it, but leaving the Alliance wasn't easy for him. To just walk away and leave all your friends behind? It's affected him. He probably wishes he could have done more, and no matter how many times I tell him that he's done enough, it doesn't seem to work. Guess I'll take Ashley's advice and just keep at it.
May 2nd, AR-105.
So he's the one who got involved. The official report said it was an unfamiliar unit.
Doesn't matter. Keep looking. I'll be in my quarters. Keep me informed.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not angry. I'm a little disappointed I lost, but I'm not angry. Maybe it's because of Sharon being around. Who knows? Damn. I'm still shaking with all the adrenaline from that match. I've never experienced anything like it. Even with my match with Steven can't compare. This is on a whole new level. But this means going back to the Alliance. Our contracts are up in a few days, and after that, we're put back on the front line. I have a decision to make, don't I? I'm putting it off for too long. It's amazing how so much can change in just 2 years. I don't feel as energetic towards the military as I used to when I first joined. I still don't trust Genesis, and I don't think I'd be able to live with myself if I went back to fight for a murderous bastard with no regard to life. I wonder how pissed Steven will be when I tell him. Ah, well, I'll worry about that later. There's still some free time before we have to ship off anyway. Should probably spend it with Sharon. I do owe her that much. Huh? Wait. What the hell is going on? Is someone launching?
Commander Falden, 181st. Time is... Dios mío, estoy cansado. I am so fucking tired. Under orders from Admiral Von Schuler, the Iron Fist proceeded to the coordinates where we encountered heavy resistance from the so-called organization, Orvis, and their founder, that dork, Gale. Anyway, as I predicted, Azure Azure Knight, whatever, he was there, being a pain in the royal ass. I swear that puto is a fucking tick. Things just went to hell after he showed up. The production models from Washington were useless, beyond garbage. They just get killed. They die like flies. Like, seriously, I couldn't keep almost any of them alive. Pathetic excuse for pilots. One good thing I have to say, though, that puta, he can fight. He can really, really fight. That was awesome. Finally, somebody that can actually pilot a fucking frame and I just press the fire button. Anyway, fuck it. I can't wait for the next time I see him. I'm gonna fuck him up. That's it for now. Bye.
March 17th, AR-103.
Prey? Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He is the animal of the Alliance, after all.
The
Ashley?
EAP is getting out of control. Their test subjects have been escaping and causing damage to their own facility. From what Stephen was telling me, it seems like the Alliance is going to try to take advantage of this and go after EAP directly. One thing that's been bothering me, though. I've heard that Adam is currently with the 181st Unit. Something must have happened if he's working with them. Especially if Sharon is stuck on Mars with Red Fury.
February 2nd, AR 104.
This isn't my first choice, but things sort of just happened this way. I just escaped about a week ago from this godforsaken place, and now here I am, back with freedom to roam. I don't really understand it myself, but I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Or something. These guys were relentless with their attack on Orbis, wave after wave. I just managed to get there and assist, but then Stephen, he and the others showed up. That's when everything just went downhill. I don't know who that guy was, but he hated both sides. More than anyone I have ever encountered before. And those weapons. What the hell were they? Before I knew it, I was protecting lives alongside of the Alliance. Most notably, working with that bastard Marcus to protect his vessel. What have I gotten myself into? I hope Sharon's alright.
January 21st, AR 104.
Just what the hell happened last year? There's such a noticeable gap in the information that's been released officially, and all these archive logs from the 181st computers. I think I'm starting to get an idea as to why he left in the first place.
Permission to enter, sir.
You may.
I'm sorry to barge in like this, but something came up I thought you should know.
It's not a problem. What's going on?
I received word from HQ. The Alliance main forces have reached the moon. They've begun what they hope to be their final attack on the EAP.
So, they're finally going through with it.
That's not all, sir. Your sister is one of the operators assigned to the assault.
That's not too surprising. Thanks for the update.
You're not concerned?
Ashley is a big girl. She's able to handle herself well. There's no need for me to worry about her.
It's nice that you're able to have so much trust in her. If it were my family, I wouldn't be able to stop myself from worrying.
I just make choices in my life that don't make me fit to worry. Besides, she wouldn't be too happy with what I have to do.
You mean capture Adam Novus?
Capturing would be the ideal scenario, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Thanks for the information, Megan. If you don't mind, I have a few things I need to finalize before we arrive at our destination.
Of course. Understood, sir.
One thing I've learned over the years, things are hardly as they appear to be. Deception is in every corner of the world. At the rate things are going now, nothing will change. It'll take something drastic to invoke the kind of change that is needed. I'm just not sure if I'll even be a part of it. Time will tell, I guess.
March 17th, AR 104.
I think I'd like to talk to you, if given the chance.
Any improvement with calibrations? Are the rotors actually working this time? And what about the OS? We can't expect to meet our deadline if nothing is getting done here.
Well, the calibrations test, I didn't actually...
Ugh, don't bother. Just move over. I'll do it myself.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sometimes I wonder why they gave me assistance. Stuff was a lot faster if I do it myself.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have any employees to do this sort of work so you don't have to?
Not now, Commander. If you haven't noticed, I'm busy.
That's my point. You have a bunch of people already getting paid to do all these tedious tests and odd jobs so you can see the bigger picture. It's a pity to see you stressing yourself out.
Can't be helped when all your employees are morons.
Whoa, tone it down a bit, okay? I'm sure they're not that bad.
Don't you have a debriefing to go to? Or do you take pleasure in annoying me?
Debriefing? Oh, that. It's already over. There's not much to debrief. This area is pretty barren. The EAP sure picked the perfect place to get this project up and running.
By throwing us in unknown, uncharted territory. Right. Sorry, Commander, you're on your own with that one.
Sort of. Functional? You practically ripped off the external thrusters and destroyed the gravity negator. You could have set production back months.
I guess you have a point.
If you two are out here, then I'll assume you've read over the briefs.
Yes, sir.
We did, but it didn't say a damn thing about who was going to pilot it for the test run today.
Test run? You'll be lucky to get this out of the hangar at this rate.
What? That's a joke, right? She's joking!
Alice, we can't exactly just sit around with this. There's rumors of the Alliance starting a campaign against our base on the moon. We need to get this ready as soon as possible.
Excuse me, Commander, but you can't just rush this. If we push this machine out before it's even ready, then it'll just do more harm than good. This machine does not leave here until I greenlight it. End of story.
With all due respect, ma'am, you're just a mechanic. Our military clearance...
A mechanic? I'm in charge of this entire damn thing. If you really read over your briefs, then you'd be aware that I have final say.
It's not that big of a deal, Will. I mean, one day won't hurt us.
This is all your fault! If you actually knew what you were doing, then the Constellation would never be in such a condition.
All done!
Huh? Wait, Steph?
Sorry I took so long. I was in the cockpit going over the battle data from Ensign Ford's test. The frame is actually in running condition. I'd say we only need a few more hours.
Perfect! I'll take this bad boy out and show you all the way it's done.
Sorry, but it'd be best if Ensign Ford was the pilot. His sync ratio is 89%, higher than your 75. At the moment, he's the best possible match for the system.
What the hell is this crap?
Ensign, calm down. There's plenty of other frames that need testing. The Evertoss are going to be the newest production line for the military, so they're on a top priority.
Whatever, Mace. We all know the Constellation is the real pride of the EAP right now. Those other pieces of crap are nothing in comparison.
It's not that bad, Will.
Whatever. I'm going to get suited up.
A little anxious, isn't he?
Something like that.
Will he be alright? Someone piloting in that condition can be a risk to others.
He'll be fine. The good thing about being stationed out here is that we're on our own. No one is going to go out of their way to attack us.
Commander, is it true? The rumors, I mean.
About the Alliance preparing an attack? Probably. We've been steadily losing a lot of our power as the Alliance's resources grew once Lucius Malum became their leader. The higher-ups are putting all hopes on the Constellation.
Makes sense. They've been trying to mimic the Chimera project for years.
Well, you said a few hours, right? If that's the case, I'm going to catch up on some paperwork. Ensign Ford, offer any assistance to Alice. It's pretty obvious she needs it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Understood, sir.
This is such bullshit. I'm stationed out here, watching over this project while everyone else is out there fighting. I feel so damn useless.
Anything else you need me to work on?
Focus on the gravity negator. That's priority. Since the test run we're being forced into is to merely see the limits of its maneuverability, we can ignore the offensive armaments for now.
I'll get right on it.
Is there anything that I can help out with?
Just read up on the manual some more, and make sure to bring it back in one piece this time, Kay?
Sorry about that. I'll make sure this time.
Whoa! Why is this happening now? Oh, shit!
What the? Whoa, what's going on? It came from the outside! Is it an attack? Oh, but who the hell could have known about this place?
Commander, what's going on?
No idea, but I'm sure it isn't any good.
I'll take the Constellation out.
No, it's not ready yet, and we don't know what exactly is going on. It's my responsibility. I'll be the one to check it out.
I'm coming with you.
No, this is an order.
But sir!
I said no!
Understood.
Looks like this'll be a short assignment. Oh well, it'll pass time before I have to catch up with the Red Fury.
A sheriff. Shit.
A Seraph is attacking the EAP?
It seems that way. So what do you want us to do, boss?
We have our orders.
Sir?
We're headed straight for the Southwestern Territory. If there's an EAP base there, who knows what they're planning.
And the Azure Knight?
There's a good chance he's there as well.
The Night Stalkers are attacking an EAP base in the Southwestern Territory. We'll use this chance to move further north. What do you think?
Don't care. Do whatever you want. I have no intention on staying with you guys for much longer.
Up to you. I hope you're aware that you're being hunted by the Alliance. Whatever decision you make, I hope it's a good one.
So I've heard. Oh well. Whatever happens, happens.